ジンタが好きだよ。
じゃあ試しにやってみて。コツンくらいでいいから。
Okay, Sword of the Demon Hunter, Kijin Gentoushou. I think that's how you say the name. So before I even watched this episode, I was seeing comparisons to Demon Slayer. Oh, this is like Demon Slayer. I thought it was only because of the whole, like, you know, swordsmen fighting demons and everything and taking place in, you know, historic time Japan. And of course, I seen like the little girl and the guy, right? But after watching this episode, I'm like, hold on, how the hell can you not compare the two? Like, I know this light novel or manga, I forgot which one it was, came out before Demon Slayer, and heck, maybe Demon Slayer just came out first in terms of anime, right? But like, goddamn, it's so hard not to compare the two, because like, okay, the main character, what's his name, Jinta, is basically Tanjiro, and the little sister Suzune is basically Nezuko. Like, it's just apples to apples. Not really, because of course Jinta is not the same personality as Tanjiro, and of course Nezuko is similar to Suzune in a way, but not really. Like, Nezuko was not like obsessed with her brother or anything, and like Tanjiro was able to leave for a few days and Nezuko was completely fine. She would just sleep the whole time, which kind of what Suzune would do, but like, you know, it was not like her everything like this. But I knew I had to review this episode, review this show, once I noticed that this was like 50 minutes long. Like, how many animes be 50 minutes long in the first episode? Like, that's how you know it's gonna be a sweet treat. Like, this is gonna be a pretty good show, and this episode did not disappoint at all. This is literally, and I know I'm going to mention Demon Slayer a lot in this episode, so prepare for that, but this is literally if Tanjiro had to like kill his sister in season 1 episode 1, or like, let's say Nezuko killed their family before she turned into a demon, and Tanjiro seen that, and that's what forced Tanjiro to have to kill Nezuko. That's basically what is going on here. It's like if the worst case scenario for Tanjiro happened in season 1 episode 1, where instead of just like a demon killing his family, is like his own flesh and blood killed his family, right? Which is even a darker turn for how this show is going compared to Demon Slayer. But first things first, I have to speak about this. What the hell is going on in terms of how the hell did Suzune even like met Jinta in the first place? I'm assuming they're not really siblings at all. They just like met one day, and then like she just happened to like him, love him I should say, and that's what happened. Like, he's the only one that ever accepted her. But I'm curious, I'm wondering what is their origin story, because we never really got that. It just started off together from the beginning. But I think it'd have been great to see their origins, because I don't even know if she even started off as a demon or she started off as a human turning into a demon, because obviously Jinta is like, what, part demon now, and I'm assuming it worked the same way for her. Like, a demon just like gave them their powers to this little girl, I'm assuming. But I have a feeling that wasn't the case. I feel like the opposite happened, where she was originally a demon and she just decided to like take on a human form. But what's so confusing and what I'm so lost about is the fact that I wonder what caused Jinta to like accept her, because of course he's aware that she's like part demon, at least this whole time. So I wonder what even caused him to accept her as a person, especially since like seeing him grown up later on in the episode, he has no problem killing demons at all. Like, he's not trying to like understand them or anything like that. It's not like he's like trying to save demons right? So I wonder what made him decide to like save her. That's what I'm thinking, like the backstory, the foundation of their relationship. I think that'll be very important at least some point in this season. Another main thing I gotta discuss about is the conversation with the demons. They keep talking about fulfilling a purpose, right? Of course, the lady spoke about demons are basically gonna go extinct eventually, and this is like the only way for them to further along their lifespans or existence in the world, making it seem like Suzune is like the chosen one, like she's like the next Muzan or something. Kind of similar to how low-key like Nezuko is like basically the chosen one in Demon Slayer, where she's like the only demon that conquers the sun. So she's basically the deadliest demon, because since she could like walk around during sunlight, which I just realized, Suzune, does she walk around in sunlight? Yeah, she does. She doesn't have to like hide and wait until it's dark time to like appear. This seems like for the other demons they do, I think. Or maybe I'm just assuming things based on the first episode. But I literally seen her in daytime just fine. So I don't know what makes her special and what made her so different. Maybe it's the emotional aspect of connecting with a human. But going back to the conversation with the demons, especially that one demon who was speaking to Jinta, it looks like Suzune is part of a bigger plan, a bigger purpose, a bigger goal, and they needed her to basically awaken in order to achieve that goal, especially since they talked about seeing some sort of future 170 years from now, which I'm curious because in the end credits it seems like it's a different lifetime. It doesn't even look like it's Jinta anymore. It's like a different person, and like both characters are in different bodies in a way.
その涙の理由はすみません私が今ここにいる意味とつながっていて
Probably not Suzune, but it seems like for Jinta is like he passed on into a different person, or maybe it's just the outfit or something, but it looks like time has passed and we're literally gonna go through like 170 years of history between the two characters. That's what my prediction is. That's what it feels like to me, seeing how there's a prophecy for 170 years exactly. Maybe he needs to live in order to fulfill that purpose. That's why they made him like part demon, so that he could live out all those years for a particular moment in time where Suzune needs to like kill him or something, or do something with him in order to like fulfill whatever purpose the demons have for her, which is very interesting because this story could take so many ways, so many different paths it could take with this journey, like from love to hatred. It could take a lot of dark turns that Demon Slayer could never even try to do. So I could feel like this is gonna be more of like a show where it takes more darker themes, like it takes on the deeper aspect of a relationship with demons and humans and the dark reality of it all, instead of just like, you know, the Demon Slayer route where they just have to kill this one demon and then everything is solved. They also discuss about like these swords getting passed down. I don't know how relevant they are. You know, maybe I'm just looking into it too much. I think Suzune has a sword as well that she's keeping in possession, and probably is gonna have a deeper meaning in the future, but right now we just don't know anything about it. The only thing I am truly confused about though is how the civilians, it was literally mentioned that they're basically aware that Jinta is like part demon now.
鬼に落ちたお主は殺戮を絶するのだと思った。まだ残っているものがあるらしい。
I'm like, they're just accepting that fact is almost as if it's basically normal. Or maybe they're rational people and they understand that he was using his power to protect the people, even though he failed to protect the princess, of course. I thought there'd be more an outrage against him because they seemed like they wanted him to stay more than him having to leave, right? Like him leaving was his own choice, his own decision. So I did find that very interesting that the people didn't shun him after the whole big event of the princess dying and everything, especially since he's a foreigner. He's not even originally from the area. But now back to the comparisons. The one thing I like about Jinta compared to Tanjiro is Jinta is like peak of stoicism. Like literally, he's literally the peak of stoicism. I wouldn't say like Tanjiro would handle the situation any differently, of course, because he hasn't really shown any romantic interest at all in any character. But the fact that Jinta chose his duty, his mission, his goal, like you gotta remember too, I feel like the only reason why he even wanted to become a sentinel was so that he could stay by her side and not have to like forget about her and not see her again for years to come. And the fact that she even told him that she loved him, and yet he still accepts the fact that they can't possibly be together, like straight up, like without even hesitating or trying to force it or resist or anything. That's crazy.
私、ジンタが好きだよ。でもこれからは白夜。もう白雪には戻れないの。
私が守ると誓ったのは白雪ではなく白夜だ。お前と一緒になる道を選んでしまえば、研鑽を積んだ小野が歩みとお前の決意を否定することになる。 俺にはそれが受け入れられないんだ。
Like, Genta is really that guy. And I'm curious to see his character development throughout the show. Like, of course, the end of the episode, like, broke him. But I don't think it's gonna really change his character at all, like, the end of the episode. All it is gonna change is how he viewed his so-called sister. That's really it. And how his sister was able to easily get tricked. One of the biggest things they pointed out in this episode as well is, can he even hurt his sister? As they even played the scene earlier of him not even like wanting to punish her anytime she like misbehaves or anything or doesn't listen to him.
お前ら本気で殴るぞ。
コツンくらいでいいから。
まあ、別に悪さをしたわけでもないしな。
そうだね。
And yes, of course, he shows signs of him like he would kill her in the end of this episode. But I don't know. I feel like as time passes, if he sees her again, of course, he's going to see her again. As time passes, I wonder if he could just face her without holding back, especially as his emotions calm down. And it's been a while since the princess has died, you know, because at the end of the day, he still have a lot of memories, a lot of emotions, and still has a connection with Suzune. And can Suzune, this is a bigger question as well, can Suzune even kill her everything, her brother, her world, her one and truly only love? Can she do it? That's the bigger question, because I'm doubting that as well. I'm doubting that even more, honestly. I just can't see her doing it. Even if he hates her or trying to kill her or anything like that, I just don't see her like trying to kill him at all. But there's so many questions after watching this episode. Like, of course, this is 50 minutes. God damn. I don't even know how many episodes they're gonna do. Probably 12. I hope the rest of the episodes are like 20 minutes, because I don't know if I can handle another like 50-minute analysis on what the hell is going on. Quick question. Would Tanjiro kill Nezuko on the spot if he saw her kill their family? Leave it in the comment section down below. You let me know. I don't know. Like, especially knowing Tanjiro as a character, I feel like he would try to understand first on why it happened and what's going on. Like, I know he gets angry too, but like, I don't know. It's hard to tell, because of course he loves his sister. He defends his sister to the death. But if he found out that his sister killed his family, let's say, that I don't know how would Tanjiro react as a character, especially knowing how he acts as a character. So despite the similarities, I like the fact that that one event in the end kind of creates like the great separation between the two shows. Like, yes, there's similarities, but the fact that the focal point of the plot is just two completely different things. One is to protect the sister, the other is to potentially kill the sister. That's the difference, and that causes the two shows to take two different directions, two different paths, which of course was creating two separate stories. So honestly, after this episode, I don't think there's going to be any similarities between the two shows anymore, other than like, of course, the main character killing demons, of course, with a sword. Right? This might be the title of the video, but I'm really curious to know, do you think this show has the potential to be better than Demon Slayer? And I'm not talking about animation wise or fight scenes or anything. I'm talking like storytelling, the plot, the conflict that's going on in the story. Do you think it has the potential to be better than Demon Slayer? Because honestly, Demon Slayer doesn't have like the craziest plot, like the craziest storylines and everything. And the way they construct their storytelling is very predictable in terms of their structure. So honestly, this show has a chance, if it wants to be better in those aspects. Of course, animation wise is going to be pretty tough to beat. Like, it's going to be insane to beat in fight scenes and everything. But storytelling, plot wise, it definitely has a shot in doing that. So yeah, you let me know your thoughts on that. You let me know your predictions on the next episode. What are your thoughts on this episode? What other comparisons you have between this show and Demon Slayer? Let's have a discussion in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.